Howdy folks, and welcome to a rather windy Tuesday here in Houston. I want you to travel back with me in the Frazer time machine to 1993. This is the very first big box, the first 14-foot unit that we built for the city of Bellaire Fire Department. Up until that point, we had only done the 12-foot units. So you'll notice from the outside it looks similar to our units right now, but with a few differences. This is the lay-down oxygen compartment. They had taken it up a little bit higher. You'll also notice, if you can see to the left of this second LED here, you'll notice a seam. We didn't have a piece of skin long enough for a 14-foot unit at that time, so we actually pieced together a second part for the front portion. The unit, like I said, was built in 1993. It was remounted the first time in 2000. So this is the electrical diagram showing the first unit in 93, the remount in 2000, and this remount again in 2013. And Colin, if you can get a shot of the electrical compartment, you can see this was quite a few generations ago. We had the 35 amp relays, we had multiple relays because this unit originally had both strobes and halogens, and now they've gone obviously to complete LEDs on there. So just kind of, I believe they're still using, this is the power supply right here, and it's the original power supply that they had, so it's still kicking rear end and taking names and running just fine. This is their long lower storage, similar to the long lower storage that we have today. They're getting their old light bar back so they can make some cool light bar art out of it, I suppose. You'll notice on the side, the two LEDs that are inside of the corners, originally those were the load lights. So this was long before we used the 120 volt quartz halogen scene lights, or a lot of our customers today are using the LED, like the Pioneer dual panel side scene lights. A lot of compartmentation back here on the driver's side rear. This was because we had multiple configurations of the AC. The first one was a split system, so you see these doors up high and then down here, and now we have a self-contained unit on this. On the inside, let's see if Colin can follow me and we can't get too windblown in here. So on the inside, a pretty similar setup to what we do with a few changes. We built this front I/O sort of similar to what we do in a 12-foot unit and didn't really have anything above it. And then we did a single CPR seat. This was long before we did the first double CPR seat. So we have a cabinet here that's facing the squad bench. These are all the original aluminum cabinets, so obviously they're holding up very well. It originally in 1993 had fluorescent lights, and it's still, they still have these in here. So we came in here, put some new stainless, added the refrigerator, the med vault in the corner, put a new floor on it, and it's ready to rock and roll for another 20 years. Thanks. When this box was originally built, it didn't have the LEDs. It had some combinations of strobes and halogens.
And I did the electrical print.
And my brother did the electrical print. Which one, the new one or the old one?
The very original.
The very original. Unfortunately, you probably didn't hear him because he didn't have a mic on, but we'll just ignore him. Let's start over. There's no way they're going to hear him say that, is there?